As part 2 of the haul for the day. So the first part was stuff from the stores. This stuff is given to me by a friend. I was helping a friend move today. This first one here, he's like, what, the comic? Do you want it? I don't know if he, if you knew the deal with it, but it's like kind of early Charles Burns. If you've ever heard, the Kids in the Hall theme song by Shadowy Man on a Shadowy Planet, on their album that has that song, there's also an a song that has a narration of the story in here. I believe the narration itself is done by Charles Burns as well. So that's cool, because I don't think I have this. Well, I know I don't. So we were moving, and we hit up some storage that is put into our care from an old friend, which is, we can have at it in his honor. This blade here is, I don't know. I haven't checked out too much new Marvel, to be honest. I don't even really have a lot of Marvel, but this blade, it's nice to read his dialogue in Wesley Snipes' voice. The way it opens up, looks like SpiderMan has a vampire affliction. Blade is kind of roasting him, saying, "I don't know, Parker. Your wife might not approve of this new look of yours." Sorry about the impression. It's late. I've been awake a long time, so I'll try to keep it together and make sense. This, another Charles Burns here. And, it's cool because this is one of the few in this format that I don't have. So that'll be neat to check out. All these journals by Paolo, is it? Paolo Serpieri. I never really read these before, but I like the pictures, They're nice. He kind of has a, what's it called? Pointillism or stippling? Not pointillism, but the cross-hatching. Cross-contour. So yeah, there's a big collection of these under my care. I wonder if this will be fun to actually read. We'll see. Well, other times if stuff doesn't click with me too fast, nowadays I don't really keep trying at it. Because then it feels like I'm doing homework or something. I like it when I don't really have to try to like stuff. Just because, I don't know, that's just a way for me to keep my collection from getting out of control. I like it when it's relaxing to enjoy things. This art is mighty fine though. Here's a collection of these H.P. Lovecraft adaptations. Seems like in this era there was a lot of Lovecraft being adapted by accomplished comic artists and writers. To be quite honest, I like Richard Corbin's, not to be a hipster, but his earlier work more. It was more realistic, I would say. Less exaggerated. He's fine now, but I prefer his earlier stuff, Rick Geary. This should be good. Oh, maybe this is Reanimator. If it's that World War I setting. No. Horror from the Shadows. Yeah, this should be neat. I kind of like reading I'm gonna sound like a hipster again, but reading Lovecraft without pictures or anything, because then your mind can make the pictures. So I've never really got into the graphic novel adaptations, and there are quite a few of his. There's some from, I want to say maybe it's America's Best Comics. I could be really wrong about that though, but those are really good because they are adapted into comic form a lot. To be honest, again, I don't really like when comics have a lot of text. I don't know. That's me being stubborn and like picky, and but like this is about as much as I can handle. Nothing against it though. It can be nice. It can be like kind of like reading a more heavily illustrated book at that time, or in that case. But yeah, this does look very nice though. So we'll see. This is one of the few humanoid Jodorowskis that I don't have. Mobius is great. I gotta fess up, I used to have like a huge Mobius collection growing up. And I was like running around scouring town as a teenager to get them, and I just kind of took it for granted, and at about the age of 20 I purged like my belongings, because, you know, try to live a it's one of those things. It's like, oh, be like a Spartan lifestyle, I don't need to own books or art or blah blah blah. But that was, I very quickly regretted that. And of course after Mobius passed away, getting that stuff became like ridiculous, nigh on impossible, and very costly. So I regret that. This is like one of the finds of the day here. History of comics of the Philippines and other countries. Let's see, just quick flip through here. Yeah. I'm very happy to have found this, or inherited this. Very nice. And this Love and Rockets collection is out of control. There's so many of them. I've read this one before. It was great. Death of Speedy. A friend that was getting me into this collection, and this is what he given me to get into it. But it was a bit daunting to try and jump in. All Love and Rockets that I've ever read, though, is very enjoyable. Just feels really nice to read. So yeah, I'm like, oh, there's all these Love and Rockets. This must be like the whole thing. But you look at the spines, some of them are numbered, and it's like not even, you know, it's quite a dent, but there's so many of them out there. It's the old Saga of the Swamp Thing. It's nice and beat up. It's been around for a while. getting onto the smaller release like mangas and stuff. So I've never even heard of this, but is that not the name of the person who made Battle Angel? But it doesn't really look like the art style at all. I'm really sure that's the same name though. That looks like it. Yeah, I can see it. That'll be neat. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Stupid phone's getting blurry. Masamune Shrouds, one of my favorite artists. I gotta tell you though, I've loved this stuff for a long time, especially the Ghost in the Shell franchise. But I've never really read the comics a lot. It's like, it's, cause I guess it came out, it was like too over my head, when I, like, my impression of it is like, it was like so difficult to try and read, when it was being published back in, back in the 90s. Wasn't ready for it, I guess, so I'll try it though again. I just love the art though, but, I know I'm missing out by not reading it too much. I've read like here and there some, but I'm a poser. Even though it's really one of my favorite series that is Ghost in the Shell. The anime adaptation of this was produced or directed by Katsuhiro Otomo, who did Akira. So it comes under his recommendation. I've read some of these. What was the alternate title again? Oh, it's fun though. It's fun. It's like, they're secret special ops and, but it has to do with like paranormal and mythology, kind of, but, also like bionic military. So it can be pretty fun. These, man, hell yeah. It's like one of the scores of the day. Excuse my shadow here. Let's move this light. As long as it doesn't fall and break. But yeah, this Junji Ito. All the Uzumaki I've read some of his other stuff, but Uzumaki was like fantastic. There's not a lot like it. If you like horror and humor, it's an odd sense of humor, but it's like, I don't know, it can crack you up if you're open to it. It's not, I don't, he doesn't use the same kind of vibe in every story though. He has very nice art. So, these museums of terror will be pretty neat. I guess there's a lot of Tomy. I know, like, Tomy people, I think, like, girls kind of, from what it seems like, maybe, like, Tumblr girls idolize her. Because she's, like, some kind of, I don't even know, man. I can't pretend to know, but, yeah. There's another one, long hair in the attic. I haven't read this since I was like a teenager. I remember I liked it back then, so I'll revisit it, see what that's like. These Martin Mysteries, when Dark Horse was importing these, is it Italian? All I know is Dylan Dog. Dude, speaking of horror and humor, Dylan Dog is... it's great. I finally gave it a chance and it's just great. The art, the writing, it has a surrealist, dreamy quality. And, yeah, I really like it. So, this is supposed to be kind of like, it's not really related to the artists or writers as far as I know, but, it was, like, imported and published here by Dark Horse in the 90s as part of, like, the same kind of, what would it be called? You know, like a British invasion, but it was like an Italian sci-fi horror invasion. I think these covers are by Dave Gibbons. Could be wrong. Let's look at the last one. Oh yeah, this must be, yeah, that's totally Dave Gibbons. Especially, like, look at that guy. Okay. I think it's all 6 here. Nice. I don't know if I'll like it as much as Dylan Dog, but that'll be tough competition. Old reprint of Len Wein or Wine and Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing. That'll be nice to have, because, you know, fat chance getting the originals without losing an arm and a leg and being too scared to touch the pages. Forget that noise. It would be cool to have, though, definitely. A Swamp Thing VHS of cartoon adaptation. I have no idea if this will be any good or not, but I'll tell you one thing. The soundtrack for Return of the Swamp Thing, nice. Good stuff. If you want to, like, have, like, some good music to read to. Oh man, this goes back. This book here. From, we used to crack up this name, man. All the memories flooding back. Finian McGuire. We thought that name was like the most hilarious thing to find on this book. That a person existed with that name. It's not even that odd a name, though. Well, and here's a Evangelion Card Set. I have no idea of any Evangelion. I asked, like, the internet what what's the word, translation and what's the other thing, aspect ratio and the order that you're supposed to watch this anime in for the best experience. And this, you know, I was trying to be innocent and ask that question, and like some foreign guys started making fun of me. So I'll give it a shot, though. I need to, like, check this out because I hear it's great. And my friend had, like, a crush on, one of the big debates is like, which girl is better? Which girl is better to have a crush on? This one or what? Here's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Fantastic Four. I've been getting into Kirby, finally. Everybody should, I guess, you know. This is like learning how to play Stairway to Heaven on guitar, man. But, yeah, so it's hard to find Fantastic Four Kirby's. Maybe they reprinted it, some, you know, blah, 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 but I'm looking forward to this. The cover isn't, of course, Kirby. Let's flip through here a little bit. It's hard to do with one hand, though. Yeah, that's brutal. I can't really do it with one hand, sorry. I'm kind of digging that it's in black and white, too. Some old, these are just, like, from back in the day. These are beat up, but these come with, like, these got mojo on them, man. These have got psionic abilities. This old, like, Ditko SpiderMan. More. John Romita Sr. Hopefully. So yeah, that's it's a nice day. You know, a lot of stuff done and a lot of comics to be had. And getting this is like, oh, I can't say no to all these, you know? And to sweeten everything out, when I was all done, like, helping my friend move, I mentioned, like, oh damn, I could use some shelves, and gave me like a really sweet shelf set, so now I don't have to worry about the collection, you know, starting to take over and crawl on the floor and up and down the walls and everything. Well, because I have some spots for it all. It's great. You gotta love shelves. thanks for watching, guys. Happy hunting out there. Let me know how your free comic book day was. I love to hear from you guys. It really rocks. And yeah, stick around. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Rub your nipple on the like button. Rub your bum on the subscribe button. Tussle your hair on I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And talk to you later. Or later.